That's what I mean. Great jawline. He's like, there's a little bit of handsome right there. Great jawline, some nice eyes, kind eyes.
Yeah.
If you're going to ask me if I found Michael J. Fox attractive, no.
Good fist and hot. So you just saw Back to the Future for the first time.
For the first time. I mean, I was only a year old when this movie came out. So, you know, it wasn't appropriate for me to watch at the time. But yeah, I decided at 41 years old I should watch it.
All right, so I'm a massive fan of the trilogy.
Yes,
Did you
you
see
are.
1, 2, or 3, or like all of them?
I saw 1 and 2 and fell asleep partway into 3.
All right.
Which 3 was kind of stupid anyway, let's be honest.
And the main takeaway is not the DeLorean, not like the dialogue, not the fact that he goes back into the 50s as a teenager, is that George McFly is hot.
Yeah, I think that was the first thing. I was like, I gotta tell Slater that I thought George McFly was hot. You know, it really hit me at the dance. You know, not the dad and not him at first, but yeah, at the dance, I definitely is when I first noticed it.
The Enchantment Under the Sea dance, yes,
Yes,
of course.
Yes. Yes, he definitely looks dorky in the beginning of the movie, but I think changes as the movie goes on.
Yeah, so when Marty meets his young dad for the first time, that is, all right, let's take a look here and see if we can flash back to your heart's popping. All right, the haircut. Do you like the haircut?
No.
Yeah, no. The 50s style haircut, yeah. Good jawline.
That's what I mean. Great jawline. He's like, there's a little bit of handsome right there. Great jawline, some nice eyes, kind eyes.
Yeah. So Crispin Glover wasn't like known for being attractive. Like he was an introvert, like geek. He was in like Willard and Charlie's Angels. Like he didn't do anything post this.
Yeah,
like this made him a star.
I didn't recognize him, but like I didn't know his name was Crispin. I knew the name Crispin Glover, but I didn't know that's who it was until you had told me.
Like, is that your type? Like dorky white guys?
I don't really have a specific type, but yeah, there's something about there's something about a nice tall guy with a jawline who's kind and. You know, he's the hero at the end of you know what I mean? He comes into his own at the end of the movie.
He's such a total like wimp, dude.
Well, not at the dance, he's not.
Not at the dance.
Not at the dance. And when he's got the white suit coat and he finally brushed his hair properly, and I thought he looked great. Telling you. There's some still shots of him where he looks very handsome.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, all right, let's take a look at where he's
where
Marjo really fell in love
became enamored with him
with George McFly, yeah.
Okay,
oh my God.
Definitely dorky. Definitely dorky, but that's okay.
The dance is fantastic, yeah. All right, let's watch Biff getting knocked out.
Leave him alone. Let him go. Let him go.
I thought Leah Thompson was hot back in the day. I gotta be honest. Yeah. Yeah, he looks tough there.
Not there.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Yeah, wait for it. Here
wait
he is.
for it.
Yeah. Good fist and hot.
He had the Arthur fist going on before the Arthur fist became a thing on the internet. He looks like one of those girls in like a makeover teen comedy. You know what I mean? When there's always like an awkward girl with like glasses and braces, and then the other popular girls make her over, and all of a sudden she's pretty. Like he has pretty potential. He just hasn't been made over yet.
Yeah, he still looks young. Like if you see pictures of Crispin Glover today, like he's done a million podcasts where he talks about how he wasn't in the other movies. It was an image of his face. He wanted way too much money. Robert Zemeckis was like, absolutely not. We can't afford your salary.
I mean, well, some of these he looks good. Yeah. Some of these he does not.
Yeah.
But, it's all about angles and lighting, right?
Yeah. Speaking of, like, I have a family member who won't watch Back to the Future because they don't like the assault scenes and, like, the bullying. It's too much for, like, he just doesn't love it. And my first reaction was like, really, dude? Like, this is classic just high school. First of all, they're in high school. I mean, I know he's a bully as an adult.
Yeah.
But this is like the joke, like butthead. What are you doing, butthead? Like the dialogue is great. And hey, look at what we have here.
That's like saying I won't watch Grease because they're smoking cigarettes in high school. Like it's just of the time. It just was culturally more acceptable.
1985, right? So 40 years ago. Play the clip where Biff is bullying Lorraine in high school.
What you want? You know you want it.
More like sexually harassing her, but you know.
Shut your filthy mouth. I'm not that kind of girl.
Yeah, you know you want me to give it to you. Oh.
Maybe you are and you just don't know it.
Not that kind of girl.
Get your meat hooks off of me.
Ooh.
You heard her.
Yeah.
She said, get your meat hooks.
Get your meat
like
hooks
this would not.
off.
This would not happen.
I mean, you didn't find Michael J.
I did not. If you're gonna ask me if I found Michael J. Fox attractive, no.
Why? Is it his size?
He looks, yeah, that has something to do with it.
He's like 5'1".
And he always just looks confused. And he's always like,
That's the whole point there, right? That he was the confused teenager. He was
but he's
best.
not confused though, because he's quite confident when he goes back in time and teaches confidence to his father.
Michael J. Fox was the man. You know, he was the skate. You know, he was always late for school. He was like skateboarding around and stuff. He had the hot girlfriend. I mean, everyone wanted to be him. You know? But
then why did he look so confused all the time?
That's
always
just
like he's like smelling something funny or whatever. He's always like, oh.
How did you react with the knocking on the head? Like, you know, hello, anybody home? I do that to my kids sometimes.
It just seemed, you know what? It seemed very like just kind of like old school, like very like 50s, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Play the clip of that with the knocking on his head.
Hello? Anybody home? Hey, thanks for the fly.
So not only did I find that to be very like kind of like juvenile in its bullying, but also that was the first one of the like the callback references that I noticed. Do you know what I mean? I immediately knew that was his boss because you know what I mean?
Yes.
I immediately knew that character was. I was like, oh, they're still in each other's lives X amount of years later because the movie starts in the present, right? And and he's his boss, and he does that to him at work. So that was my first clue that was him. And then in the second one. That was also my indicator that was his character as he got older. Because that was his little kind of like signature thing.
All right. Can you imagine knocking on someone's skull, asking them if anybody's home?
I couldn't imagine putting my hands on somebody like that. Like, especially in a work scenario, like what happens when they're older.
So another takeaway from the movie is you thought the relationship between Marty, young Marty, or Marty and his young mother was awkward.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's the current state of the world that kind of made me think this, or I didn't watch it until I was an adult. And obviously she doesn't know that that's her son, but he knows that that's his mom. And it's just weird. Like I would have given like.
You don't think he's doing everything he can to possibly get the hell out of there?
No, he stayed for dinner. He's sitting right next to her. Like I would have been like, I can't stay for dinner.
The father just hit him with the car. He's in bed. He just woke up. He had a bad dream.
I would have. I feel like he could have done more.
All right, so
fight her off.
Play the clip where she's asking him.
Yeah, because this is the first scene where I was like, "Oh, that's weird."
Yeah.
All right.
Do you mind if I sit here?
No, fine. No, fine.
See, he should be like, "Yes, I'm uncomfortable."
Yeah.
Give me 3 feet.
Well, he's backing up. I mean, she's obsessed with him. Yeah, and then he falls off the bed. All right, so then they go downstairs.
Yes, then they go downstairs, and the issue with this, not the issue, but the funniest part about this scene is not only is it sexually uncomfortable between them, but the parents are like all for it. Like, what are they doing?
They don't know who he is.
Even more so of a reason to not let this guy stay in your teenage girl's room.
Well, that's how it was in the 50s.
We're just letting stranger danger into the house?
Yes, it wasn't until the 80s when it was like, you know... So they're downstairs having, you know, what did you get from like the dialogue? Remember he says, who the hell is John F. Kennedy and stuff like that?
I mean, there's lots of little references like that.
And the honeymooners.
That he obviously knew so much more than they knew. So they were kind of confused.
Like what's a rerun, like stuff like that. What do you mean it's brand new? You know, I saw it on a rerun. Like what the hell are you talking about? All right, so here's the clip where Lorraine...
And he can sleep in my room.
grabs him by the leg.
Don't you think he should stay here? The mother agrees. The father's not even blinking an eye because he's staring at the TV.
Yeah, he's not in charge.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think, Marty, you should stay here. You know, I mean, you know, Dad almost killed him with the car.
I mean, talk about things that would never happen in 2025. But that's also the beauty of like older nostalgic movies, that it was a different time. You know what I mean? Pedophilia wasn't on the top of everybody's minds. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm like thinking.
Yeah, it was like a nice family. Like, oh yeah, this young boy, he's gonna stay over the house. You know, he's gonna have dinner with us. And
just weird.
You know, and obviously you got the reference that the father hit his father with it. He was supposed to hit George with the car.
Yes, but George saved his dad.
Yeah. Marty saved his dad.
That's what I mean. Yes. Marty saved George. Yeah, George is the dad.
Because he was so fascinating. And then he's got to like put back together the relationship.
Because again, when in the beginning of the movie, when they're in the present time, when she tells the story about how they met, she says, "Oh, well, it's a funny story."
So
that is also the first part of the movie where I realized, like, oh, kind of catching the plot of like things are going to change in the future. He's going to mess up the future because of interfering with things that have already happened.
He has to, right. So now the mother's in love with him, and he's to fix his own existence. Mm-hmm. He's got to get them back together.
And the people disappearing from the photo, reappearing in the photo. I mean,
They weren't kissing. He's disappearing. Back to the Future 1 ends. You go on to Back to the Future 2.
Yes, because you have often vacillated back and forth. Is 1 or 2 better? And my friend who I watched these movies with is a big. He likes number 2 better. Number 2.
When you're a kid, Back to the Future 2 is dope.
Yeah, because you're fantasizing what the future is going to be, right?
We got to figure out like what Back to the Future 2 got wrong and right though. Definitely what they got wrong. Flying cars. Like this.
Yeah, Jetsons too. The Jetsons and Back to the Future 2 both predicted flying cars, and that was a no-go.
They predicted it in 2015, which was 10 years ago. So they were way off on the flying cars. Take a look here, obviously, when the DeLorean is heading off the Skyway, of course, and into the rainy 2015. So.
And now there's air traffic, you know?
Yes. The Skyway's jammed.
The Skyway is jammed.
What else did they get wrong? The fax machines. Remember when Marty gets fired with the fax machine from his boss? Sends it all throughout the house. They have fax machines in every room in the house.
Yes, one of those or some of those fax machines look like mini splits. If you ask me.
Yeah, they do. They represent like the modern mini split. You're fired.
Little did they know.
You're fired.
Not only with the fax machines,
wow.
Fax machines wouldn't still be relevant, but also HR departments would never allow somebody to be fired via fax machine or via text.
Pizza hydrators. Remember when they hydrate the little the pepperoni pizza there from Pizza Hut?
Of course.
Product placement in that movie was key too. So Pepsi free, which I don't even remember Pepsi free.
I do.
You remember Pepsi free?
I remember seeing commercials for it, I think. Or maybe that's Crystal Pepsi.
I think it was Crystal Pepsi,
Same thing.
And then they had the little, so there's dehydrators, right? Like we do like beef jerky at home. Then there's hydrators. And then that expanded the pizza. They got that wrong. The abolished lawyers. So when like Biff and the gang crashes through the courthouse, they were like, oh, the court moves fast now because they've abolished all lawyers.
Yeah, that definitely was one of the biggest things they got wrong.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite.
Yes. And Jaws 19. They thought by 2015 there'd be Jaws 19.
Yes. How many Jaws movies are there?
And there wasn't. I think it was 3.
3.
Yeah, I think it was 3. What they got right, though.
And especially, well, here, we'll talk about things they got right. But I also want to talk about things I wish that were real.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's do that then. What do you wish that were real? The Nikes?
The Nikes, well, even though they do look similar to some sneakers that we've seen from Nike since then, I also like the jacket that tailors itself to you.
Yeah, the self-drying jacket. Yeah.
Self-drying jacket.
Yeah, your jacket is now dry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But like when he put it on, it like the sleeves go to the right part.
Yes, it fits too. Yeah, it's self-adjusting.
That's what I mean. So if you're packing on a couple pounds here or there, you know what I mean? No, you don't have to throw out your clothes because they adjust to where you're at.
Total fat slob. All right, what? So he's putting on the Nikes now that are self-adjusting.
Laces, all right.
Power laces, right?
I mean, you put those on StockX, people are buying them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think they had like a Back to the Future 2 like thing.
Sneaker. Oh, I'm
like
sure.
where they have this, where they got this hat from Back to the Future 2. I think they had them available for a little bit.
And this is great when he puts on the jacket and the sleeves squeeze out.
Yeah. This thing doesn't fit.
Adjusting fit. There you go.
Size adjusting fit.
There you go.
They definitely got the drones and the right when the drone is walking the dog, and then the USA Today camera when they're snapping the shot.
I mean, that wasn't happening in 2015, but it is happening now. So 10 years later.
Now, So then you watched Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, I fell asleep very shortly, and I was pretty stoned as well at that point.
Back to the Future
made it even funnier. I love Mary Steenburgen, though. You know.
Yeah. Back to the Future 3 took a while to grow on me.
Okay.
That was like everyone who's a trilogy person for Back to the Future. That's the one they like the least.
Okay.
That's in my experience
I think that's
anyway.
fair.
Right.
I mean, I think usually 3 is. It's hard to create magic 3 times, right?
But Doc is obsessed with the Old West, so he goes back to that was the original reason he made the time machine. If I remember correctly, he wanted to go back to 1885, and then he goes back by accident.
And you also wonder, people, especially like guys, I feel like have always been obsessed with like the Wild West and stuff like that. So they're like, what's a fun environment in a different point of history that we could really like play into. And I think the Wild West was the perfect setting for that. But maybe it deserves a rewatch if I can stay awake.
All right, there it is. Marjo's review. Back to the Future.
Yeah. You know, I have to say this year you got me to watch Back to the Future for the first time. I watched Jaws for the first time. It's been fun watching these movies that are kind of really just a part of Americana, like as an adult now. And the coolest part is with technology now, they look amazing. Like I was shocked when I know that a lot of these have been re-released in theaters, but even watching them at home, the quality of technology we have, they really clean them up to look phenomenal.
The resolution is amazing, and you can really tell how young the actors were at that time.
Yep.
Like, we're sort of left with the impression that these people are older, and then when you see it all cleaned up, you're like, whoa, dude, that guy looks so young, or that girl looks so young.
Michael J. Fox and Leah Thompson, baby-faced in this, especially knowing what they look like later on in life.
And especially your lover, Crispin Glover, George McFly is hot.
I'll take that jawline all day.
That's a Marjo review.